Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. My guest is Dr. Victor Greco. We're talking about the health insurance plan. It's 1,000 pages. He has them. He is the former Deputy Secretary of Health for the state of Pennsylvania. He is a former president of the State Medical Society, and also the only physician in the state of Pennsylvania that President Clinton had on his health committee. Victor, we're talking about this health insurance plan again. Where everyone should have health. There's no question health care in the United States. But let's talk about my dearest people in the world that I think everyone should listen to are senior citizens. Why is this going to be so bad for senior citizens?
Well, the reasons to be bad for senior citizens are many. First of all, as I mentioned before, they're going to be rationing care. And most of that rationing care is going to come down and affect the senior citizens. There's another thing most senior citizens don't realize. There's a article and a law they want to pass in which every 5 years a senior citizen has to have a consultation with an individual explaining to them the end-of-life care. And if their condition gets worse, they're supposed to get another consultation. What this means, and in those states where assisted suicide is allowed, they're to explain to them that they can also have assisted suicide. Now, what they're doing, as you realize, is they're opening the door to euthanasia. And that is that once a senior citizen reaches a stage where they feel they're going to be at greater expense, and remember that the greatest expenditures of health dollars occurs in the last year of life. And so if you can get rid of that last year of life by giving them methods of ending their life, if they wish, then they're going to save millions and billions of dollars, because that's where the greatest expense is. Also, if they do not have assisted suicide, and if they just decide that they're going to restrict that care, it's the same thing, except it's a prolonged type of suicide. If you can't get your medicine, you can't get your medical treatment, you can't get your surgery, they say you're too old for it, that's the same as assisted suicide. And you realize, Sam, there's also an additional benefit to the government. Because the less senior citizens you have, the less Social Security problems you have. Not only you cut off medical aid, you cut off Social Security benefits.
Congressman told me, I won't say who it was, sitting right on where you're sitting, I asked him about the Notch babies. I said to him, well, and this is going back 6, 8 years ago, the Notch babies. Why aren't they getting their money? Guess what he said to me? Congress is waiting for them to die.
There you go.
Okay, now, senior citizens are so sincere, okay, and so honest that's why the politicians come in and they devour them.
That's right.
They devour them. They give them all the stuff. They think they're getting this. I tell my senior citizen friends, what are you getting? What you putting in your pocket? So here's what they do. It's like the gas prices. They raise them up to $6, $5. Then they bring them down $1.50 and say, oh my God, the gas prices are $3.50. Isn't that great? They should be $1.12 to $10, $1.05 for the gas prices. So they throw something at the senior citizens. They give them a little bit. They think they're getting something, and they're happy for that, when they should be getting a lot more.
Yes.
That's why I tell the senior citizens, Kanjorski folks, give them a call. This is bad. Give Senator Casey a call, Senator Specter. Now, in this particular clause, you're talking about abortions.
Yes. As a matter of fact, what they want to do is open up every hospital in the country so that abortions can be done. Now, women have their rights and they can exercise them any way they want. But by the same token, if there's a religious institution that feels abortion is against their moral teachings, if they do not allow abortions in their institution, which is against their basic belief, they will no longer give them federal aid, they will withdraw Medicare payments, and the hospital will have to close. It can't survive without the medical payments of federal help. So they're forcing people to do something against their religion. Not only is it in the hospitals, they're also doing it now against the pharmacists. Because if a pharmacist does not want to dispense an abortion pill for the next day, he can be fired. He must do it now under federal mandates. So now they're coming into our personal life. The next thing they're going to tell us is when and how to have sex. Yeah. They'll be in our bedroom. Yeah. That's where they're going.
And this is the sad part. Okay, and Victor, it's not that I said I pray for this guy for the conversion that he is, because I truthfully believe, Victor, there's a conspiracy in this country. I really believe that there's big people. They want a new world order. They're trying to get rid of, you know, as many fetuses as they can. This guy can't kill babies fast enough. And what, you know, what really hurts me the most is when I look at these Catholic senators, okay, who, like Kennedy, like Biden, like, you know, well, and that's, Senator Casey breaks my heart. It really does. It breaks my heart because his father was such a pro-life person. But, however, I'm hoping that he's going to do the right thing. I'm hoping he will do the right thing. But this is what's sad. Now, senior citizen, when you're no good to society, why are they going to give you health care? They don't care whether you're someone's mother, someone's grandmother, someone's wife, someone who's a guardian, someone who people love to be around. You're dead. You're done.
Yes.
This is what senior citizens are facing.
You realize what some of the ancient cultures did? The Eskimos, when the older people could no longer forage and fish, and they were ill, they put them on an ice floe. Gave them some food, put them on an ice floe, and out to the ocean they went, either drowned or died. The Chinese, which is an established culture, long before we were around, what they would do when people got old, and some of the areas still do it, they give them a bag full of groceries, take them up to a mountain, put them under a tree, and that's where they stay until they run out of food and die. We're doing it in a more educated manner, Absolutely. In a more quote-unquote humane manner, by saying, yeah, we're going to take care of you, but we restrict your care. We restrict the ability to get better. We figure no longer help us in society, it's time for you to pass on. I never thought I would see the day when this great country that was based on independence, freedom of choice, hard work, and the ability to achieve whatever goals you wanted would be turned into a socialistic, semi-communistic country, which is where we're heading. And I can't understand people not getting up and fighting. Well,
not only that, how about this? It gets better. I was speaking to Newt Gingrich is going to be on my show via phone.
Yes.
He and his wife Callista are looking at rediscovering God in America. They want to take God out of everything. Yes. In Washington, okay, when you go, all the monuments, etc., it's going to be a fabulous show. John Ford is on the committee, and I'll be talking to Newt Gingrich. But the point is, he wants to take God out of everything.
Everything.
I mean, so I can't understand how any senator today, any congressman today, who is from our district, would allow this to happen. I really can't understand this.
It's because they intend to get the so-called pork projects for them. If they intend to rise to better positions on committees, if they intend to get into a position of power, they have to go along with the political structure. That's politics. Anybody that's got the courage and the guts to stand up to leadership and say, no, this is wrong, they're finished.
Have you spoken to Congressman Kanjorski?
I've been trying to get in touch with him for 2 months. And for 2 months, they have not given me an appointment with that gentleman. And remember, this goes back to the fact that he appointed me his advisor, his medical advisor, 3 years ago. And he refuses to see me, only because he knows what my feelings are. That's all happened because of our backing Lou Barletta when Lou was running, and also because of my stance on a medical bill. And he still, to this day, has not met with me. And before all I do is pick up the telephone, he was willing to happy to talk to me.
Well, Victor, you know, this is, as you know, it's very frustrating. It's sad. I'm hoping that the Congressman Kanjorski will see you, talk to us, and I'm hoping that he will do the right thing. I'm certainly hoping, folks, that Senators Casey and Specter do the right thing. Folks, these are facts. I welcome anybody who has any opposing viewpoints. If you feel that you have something to offer, as usual, this show is available to you. But let Congressman Kanjorski know, let Senator Casey and let Specter know how you feel about this. It is bad, folks. Senior citizens, I am telling you, I am pleading with you. Get on the phone, do something about it. You're going to see what happens. Don't sit there and then all of a sudden, why did this happen? My mother said one day, why are they taking God out of the Pledge of Allegiance? I said, because the liberal president appointed the federal judges who are making this happen. See you next time, folks.